Let me check niggas' temperatures.
Yeah. Huh?
Jazz the ass.
You just never know. You get on keep saying like, I have a bar though, because he kept saying Vicky, Vicky, Vicky.
So I ain't want to bring up the Gilly. I ain't want to bring up AR Ab.
Like, just stay on this shit. Like, follow me on Instagram. That's Turn it up. Let's switch it up. Now let's just say it came out that his story.
Nigga, stop ball strong, nigga. Stop ball strong. What's the word? What's the word, man? What's the word? What's going on, man? Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Make sure you hitting that like button. Make sure you hitting that subscribe button on your way in. I appreciate y'all rocking with me each and every Monday like y'all normally do. Y'all normally do your thing, man. So we about to have a good one, man. Divide and Conquer 2. We still talking about it. It's still in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? And one of the better battles on this card, the card was fire. You know what I'm saying? First of all, you get 10 battles done in like 6-7 hours, which is crazy. I don't know how ARP pulled that off. You know what I'm saying? Some of these other leagues might want to take some notes, because I see y'all do about 5-6 battles and get done in about 8 hours. He did about 10 battles in about 6. But the battles itself was crazy. Rosenberg Raw and Clips was a battle I personally was looking forward to. Seeing what Rosenberg Raw had been doing previously, going back to the Chubby Jag battle, going back to, you know what I'm saying, Ill Will. You know, the Bill Collector battle is kind of a wash for me just because of the audio and the situation that was going on. But Rosenberg been pretty consistent the last couple years, man. Rosenberg been pretty consistent the last couple years, unlike his counterpart, Charlie Clips. Now, Charlie Clips is a GOAT. Charlie Clips is Mount Rushmore. He can be all that, but if y'all being honest, Charlie Clips has also been ass in 2023. He has been ass in 2023. Saw what happened with the Jazz performance. I actually saw him live against Danny Myers, Redemption 2 this year. And I ain't gonna lie to you, you know what I'm saying? I had not been impressed with a Clips performance. It had been a minute. It had been a minute since I felt like I was really impressed with a Clips performance. And you know, he's heard the criticism, he's heard the critiques, he's heard the opinions. And one thing he said he decided to do going into this battle was throw away the ability to freestyle out of, you know what I'm saying, choke, stumbles, you know what I'm saying, anything. You know, Clips is such a master battle rapper that his freestyle sound like written, but apparently it was in the contract with ARP that he would not be freestyling this battle. What's up, Princess? How you doing? And so we're gonna get right into it, man. I thought it was a fire battle, though. I guess the biggest question, the biggest takeaway is this: first watch, it really come down to the first. For me personally, before we get into the bars and, you know what I'm saying, really breaking things down, I think holistically it comes down to the first for everybody. I think in the second I had Rosenberg clear, let's be honest, and then in the third I had Charlie Clips clear, like water clear, like you know what I'm saying, like clear, like Fiji water clear, like you know what I'm saying, like clear forces when we was growing up clear, like that type clear, like very clear in that third. But that first, so bro, man, I wanted to holler at you, man. If you got me on Twitter, man, make sure that you follow me, DM me on Twitter. I wanted to follow up on a comment you had yesterday when we was talking on the live. So, man, make sure you DM me and we will definitely chop it up about your comment. No hate, just good conversation. But it's on Clips in round 1. This is what I want to say. This is what I want to say. I felt like Clips' first round, you know what I'm saying, was very good. I thought Clips' first round I thought he came out smoking. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought it was gonna be a long night when I heard Clips' first round for Rosenberg. But we're gonna get into it, man. Make sure you thumb up the video. Make sure you're sharing out the broadcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Bar recaps. Y'all know who to come to for that. Don't nobody do a better job than me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the ones before me. Shout out to the ones after me. But right now, I got this thing in the chokehold. It's on Clips round 1. He said Mook and K gonna be a classic. It's the main event that the league so deserved. When you said you wanted to pitch me a name. I didn't expect for you to stand on the mound and throw me a curve. I thought I was gonna hit a home run, and you did me foul and gave me Rosenberg. Okay, I like this baseball scheme, and you kept it going. He said, fraud nigga who pop fly shit and pretend like he know the curve. But if you give him base, he don't know to go home with it or go to third. That was crazy. He said, now I know how to have this major league star in me. Ball my fist up and black this nigga eye on RBE. That, I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy. That was crazy. That baseball scheme was crazy. And you know, I umpire too, so you know, I definitely caught all of the baseball terminology. He said, I don't know if you Italian or not, but it ain't Adi Boom. It's about a bang. Thought that was cool. Only thing that could go to anybody now. The baseball thing is definitely catered toward Rosenberg Raw, because everybody know Rosenberg Raw reps Philly. He's been in several battles with the Philadelphia Flyers. Not Philadelphia Flyers, but with the Philly baseball jersey. He said, amazing how the body shuts down when the body endure a lot of pain. So the Deuce Bullet Rosenberg, he forgot his name. So the Deuce Bullet Rosenberg, Rosenberg. So the Bullet Rosenberg, but Rosenberg, that's fire. I ain't gonna lie. Ada Blast Blue, half your shit like the Haitian flag. I like that. You know, I definitely like that. I think, shout out to my Haitians. You know what I'm saying? What's the word? What's the word? Shout out to my Haitians. Now, Rosenberg Raw, this is what I would say. I've known you to, you know what I'm saying, have comments. You might have a comment if you know a bar, finish your bar before they get to it. But I think in the blue room, things was a little, because it's such a quiet room and such an intimate setting, I do think that you finishing rounds or comments could have been perceived as you was trying to distract Clips. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna keep it a bean. I didn't have a problem with it because, again, it's something that I've seen you do. I know it was something that Clips was growing increasingly frustrated about, but if he's actually watched your battles, he would know that this is what you do. I will let you FaceTime your family before you die just to make them sad. So get all the highs in, Bird, because after that, they're going to be Breaking Bad fire. Fire. I got a trap house with 2 dogs in it. The job is to guard the bricks, Bird. If a nigga get past my gun, he still get killed by the pits, Bird. Fire. I definitely like that. And you know what I'm saying? I will say this: these flips, these Pittsburgh flips, I like the flips. I like these Berg flips. I like these location flips. I was mentioning burgers, thinking tacos. We a day from Cinco de Mayo. Headshot, blood and puss. Exit wound look like Pico de Gallo. That was crazy. So again, I like a lot of the flips in here. You can definitely tell some of this material was written specifically for Rosenberg, but you can also say some of this material was written for other people, like the Pico de Gallo. That could have went for somebody else that he was battling the day after Cinco de Mayo. The Haitian flag line, again, generic bars, but I like them. I thought Clip's first round was fire. First round on Rosenberg. I be setting my own milestones, doing shit just because I wanted to see what I could do in the blue room with a blood. You know what I'm saying? Mentioning again the Chubby Jag battle that just went down. Crazy Divide and Conquer 1. He said, give him his flowers, tell him he a GOAT, he be loving him. Criticize his performance, he start getting weird, like he above this shit. I like this because it's so true. Like, it's all good when we giving you your praise and we giving you your flowers, but the moment we might have some critiques, the moments we might have some suggestions on how maybe you can improve your performance, then, you know what I'm saying, you don't F with me no more. Then, you know what I'm saying, you blocking me on social media. Then you got your slick, this is the same things of that nature. So I just thought, you know what I'm saying, it was fire for me. It was a Philadelphia, what did I say, Philadelphia Flyers? It's the Philadelphia Phillies. Appreciate that. I don't know why I was tripping. Where else we go? I never ran for a fight in my life. Don't make me prove something. I be on ice, but never in my life I be on cool runnings. That was fire. I ain't gonna lie. That was the first one. Kind of woke the building up with that one. You know what I'm saying? I be on ice, but never in my life I be on Cool Runnings. And then I definitely like this bar because it's so true. Anthony Davis, every time you think I'm playing, I'm going to pull something crazy. I like that. And then he says, I will break your effing jaw, Clips. Make me put these paws on you. They going to have to double plate your shit like cookout food at a barbecue. What? That's crazy. And then he right back into it. Went from the shotgun to a pistol formation. That's an audible. Bullets got no names. They hit anybody like Lori Harvey do. Fire. From the shotgun, which is roughly about what's that, about 5 to 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage, to the pistol, which is more around that 3 to 4. Okay, you wildin'. Move crack, New Jack. Ain't the only time I seen a Pookie. You don't like this language I talk. Why is you speaking to me? I like that. You know what I'm saying? Talk your talk. I ain't changing for nobody. Traumatized. Nurse, comfort your mother saying the doctor tried. He was good at first. He wasn't the same when I heated him up like McDonald's fries. That's great. Everybody know you gotta eat. I be trying to tell my daughter this. You gotta eat the McDonald's fries fresh out the grease. You wait an hour, you wait 30 minutes. Hell, you can't even wait till you get back home in most situations. That's why the fries gotta be gone on the drive home, because by the time they get home, they a little cold and the fries don't be tasting the same. And then you know you can't even reheat the fries. Even with the air fryer, they don't be going in like that. I ain't gonna lie. He said, you don't think it can happen to you till you getting cooked. It's like they don't respect you till you drop 40 on them. I think I'm Dylan Brooks. See, I like it. I do. And you know what I'm saying? I'm a Memphis Grizzlies fan, and I'm just glad that Dylan Brooks is no longer on the team. 2023 Rosenberg. I'm dangerous. Yep. Because I go to the rack and slam on shit while you lay it up. Now, when we get to this first, what's the word? I like what Rosenberg was saying as far as his material. You know what I'm saying? Calling out the fact that Clips, you praise him, you good. You criticize him, you know what I'm saying? He ready to block you. He ready to shit on your whole career. But I do feel like Clips was a little bit more direct in that first with the whole baseball scheme. He had the Berg flips. Again, I like Rosenberg material, but some of this material could be used for anybody. Like if I'm gonna call out Clips for his, you know what I'm saying, generic bars, I gotta call out the same thing when it comes to Rosenberg raw. Like some of his best lines went from a shotgun to pistol formation. That's an audible. Bullets got no name. They hit anybody like Lori Harvey do. Fire. But again, it could go to anybody. Traumatized nurse, comfort your mother saying the doctor died. He was good at first. He wasn't the same when I heated him up like McDonald's fries. Again, fire bars. But I can put that towards anybody. Appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Make sure y'all thumbing up the video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend about the channel. We get busy over here at Temperature Check. Shout out my brothers, Dead Ass Talk, Showtime SP. Y'all already know the vibes, man. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I have to give Clips the first round. I'm edging Clips the first. If you got Rosenberg raw in this first round, I'm not mad at you because the bars were fire. I just felt like Clips was a little bit more direct in the first. Shout out to all the temp checkers. Second round, it's on Charlie Clips. And then he hits him with the Shang Tsung. He lets you know this is how simplistic your style is. He said, all you do is say a tough bar, then add a football player with a funny name. And then he gave examples of that. You know what I'm saying? He had the kick, the Janikowski line. Then he had the 49ers line. Okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? We know Rosenberg is for the sports bars. You know what I'm saying? We're not surprised by this. He said, the face niggas make when they first he said, the face that niggas make when they first take their first shot of Patron, it's the same face that niggas gonna make when you witness him getting Get him one in the dome. Okay, cool. I'm gonna tell you, like ESPN told Jalen Rose, leave Molly alone. That was crazy. That was crazy. Shout out my dog Jalen Rose, Fab Five, but damn, that was crazy. Shout out Molly too. He said when he die, you gonna retire his jersey, sure. Save it for Snooki. You know what I'm saying? Jersey, sure. You're gonna retire his jersey, sure you are. Save it for Snooki. You know what I'm saying? Jersey, sure again. These are generic bars. They could go anywhere from me. Hey, play again, Princess. If you got Rosenberg in the first, I'm not mad at you, sweetheart. You know I'm not. You know I'm not. He said you do remind me of Embiid. Trash away, but at home MVP. Charlie Clips was real frustrated in this second round. He definitely had some hecklers. He definitely had some people that was talking through his rounds. And again, with the inability to freestyle those type of moments, you know what I'm saying? It's like if Michael Jordan see an empty basketball court. And I don't care, I don't give a damn how old he is. He see an empty basketball court and there's a basketball there. He don't want to put up a shot. It's the same way with Charlie Clips. We should have 12 likes and 13 likes. I appreciate that. It should be the same for Charlie Clips. Rosenberg Raw in the second left Earth. By far his best round of the battle to me. He's in a different bag. I felt if he would have came out with, I don't know, man. Rosenberg Raw was wilding in this second. Like it was he was wilding in this second. He said, where I'm from, shit deadly. Asbestos mixed with arsenic. HKs, AKs, SKs. I'm talking all the sticks. It's time to go. It's time to go throw them in one bag, make a party mix. That's fire. If I got the Addy, then I'm hunting now. Heard him say Rosenberg hilarious. He got a funny style. Funny like you think I'm a joke? Sometime a fucking clown? Ain't nothing funny about me here, good fella. So tell me funny how? He wildin'. He wildin' in this second. He said, summertime, I make snowfall. It take 6 seasons to catch me. Then he get to the drug talk. He need more than defense to press me. So much coke. Thought we were competing with Pepsi. He doing a lot. Big K said the first time he shot it, he closed his eyes. He hit something. That put me in the days. The first time I shot it, my eyes was wide. I ain't blinked for days. That's fire. That is fire. Y'all ain't gotta respect me like I'm nitty, but you not gonna disrespect me like I'm Gwitty. He in this pocket, bro. He in his pocket, and you can tell. I don't know. This level of comfortability for Rosenberg, this is what I want to see. I thought this was going to carry over to the third. I thought this level of comfortability was carrying it over to the third because I feel like Rosenberg, you know what I'm saying, was on his way to writing up. I felt like he was. And then, hold on, because you know I got more lines. He said, you ain't from the hood. You just live there. You ain't smoking no heat. You type lane, bike lane. You just close to the street. That's crazy. You ain't from my hood. You just live there. You ain't smoking no heat. You type lane, bike lane. You just close to the street. That's You keep calling me freckle face. Got people laughing and shit. But I ain't get the joke. Is it something that I happen to miss? I can't control I got freckles. Like you can't control your daddy is snitch. Oh! Talk to him. Talk to him. I can't control my freckles. You can't control what your daddy did. Now we even. No, the car was crazy. I'm telling you, the car was crazy. And then where else? He said, if that were somebody getting shot, caution tape on both ends of the strip, it's a block party. He doing a lot. And I still got a couple more bars. He said, you in the running for Mount Rushmore? I fuck with it, right? I ain't in it, but I made a couple niggas run for their life. Facts. That's fire. You used to be one of the nicest, clown. When you prepared, we like your rounds. So the next time you think of a hot bar, do me a favor, write it down. I'll say this. And now that I'm thinking about it, so the one, if you wanted to edge Rosenberg the first, I'm gonna say this. I felt like he finished his first and his second better than Charlie Clips did. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Do y'all feel like Rosenberg Raw finished his first and his second way better than Clips did? Because I do. I think this battle is so close, man. It's a coin flip. I'm literally going back and forth. Like, I could easily pick Rosenberg in that first because I felt like the way he ended that round was better than the way, like, Clips is basically like finishing a bar and like walking off stage essentially, like, oh yep, I'm done. Where, you know what I'm saying, Rosenberg is really wrapping up that round and he's making things clean. But we get to this third. Clips plays some audio from a conversation that Geechee and Rosenberg were having in the spaces where Geechee was confronting Rosenberg about his energy. And you hear Rosenberg say it's not in his character. We don't know what's not in his character. We don't know what's not in his character. But we do hear him say it's not in his character. I can't lie. And this is when Clips kind of turns up. And maybe he knew that first round was close, and maybe he knew Rosenberg had definitely got that second. So maybe he thought that he was down 2-0. I see a lot of people saying Rosenberg first and second. I'm not mad at that at all. Rosenberg did his numbers. Y'all thought he couldn't hang with a GOAT? He up there. It's on Clips in his third. He said, you a pussy. Facts. Simple and plain. Like when NWX was under the same umbrella, you was out here like Missy, straight dodging the rain. Geechee told you about energy. You got in spaces and embarrassed you. All this shooting shit, and you told that nigga, nah, it's not in my character. That's fire. Geechee told you about the energy. You got in the spaces and embarrassed you. All that shooting shit. You told that nigga, no, it's not in my character. For everybody else, you ready to die and use the fifth. For Bill Collector and Rain, you ready to use a grip. For Polo, you gonna see him dolo, no grip, but just use your fist. But Geechee is not in your character. Nigga, use a. That was fire. That set up crazy. Basically, he's saying you're not keeping the same energy. He's saying you willing to fight Bill Collector. You willing to, you know what I'm saying, shoot it out with Rain. You ready to scrap with Polo. But when Geechee makes you with that energy, you said it's not in your character. Crazy. Let's take the first letter out of pussy. And that's who you text to get on URL. Uh-oh. And when you was jumping off the deep end, texting P from the URL on the weekend, I thought you were a pimp. Why one of your hoes out here cheating? ARP, why he out here pillow talking? He said, let's play Swear to God. Shout out to the free to wave, man. Let's play Swear to God you ain't texting. How y'all gonna book Mac Myron and not me? Swear to God, this is a conversation you do not even remember. That's how I know you pushed him and Trez back to November. Like Charlie Clips is not only talking to Rosenberg Raw, but he looking at ARP like, ARP, let me know if I'm lying. I know you pushed that battle back to November. That's all I'm saying. Swear to God that if the information I gave you is true, you don't respect it. You don't respect this clown. Don't believe me. I sent the screenshots during my second round. Now this flashback, I do see Clips going to his phone real quick, and I don't know what it's doing. I don't know what he's doing, but he's briefly going into his phone and he's saying he sent the screenshots of the conversation to ARP. And I ain't gonna lie to you, he made a moment. He made a moment when he did this because ARP, you got in that moment, ARP got to look at the text. Rosenberg, I know you saying that you felt like he was playing into that moment, but if you ARP, one, you got to play into that moment because this is your card, this is your battle, this is your event. You want to maximize this moment for as much as you possibly can. But additionally, you want to know if it's true. Even if I already know the information, the fact that I probably never visually seen screenshots of conversations, which they're probably snippets, they're not entire conversations. He did his job. He said when URL cut your oxygen, he was there to help you breathe. Niggas didn't want to book you. He brought you to his league, showed you the world in this mother, and you hit him with a trick up your sleeve. That's fire. He said, if I see this mother effer on this platform, you're no longer booking Charlie Clips. I will no longer be on RBE long as Rosenberg exists. That's crazy. I will no longer be on RBE long as Rosenberg exists. Fire. And then this last one kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. You said, I'm going to put my in your baby mom's mouth and tell her move her tongue and then pop. I told you I wouldn't freestyle. I just found another way to come off the top. Pause, but that shit was fire. Pause, but that shit was fire. You said Clips third round is like Lux third round versus Calico. This is what I want to say. Let me do. So this is what I want to say. And I'll wait to that comment. I'm gonna bring up that point, but I want to wait till I finish this bar recap. So this is what I want to say. Clips did his job in that third round. I think he flustered Rosenberg. I think Rosenberg was caught completely off guard by that. And Clips just pulled a veteran move. He pulled a veteran move. Whether, you know what I'm saying, those were a new conversation, whether it was an old conversation that Rosenberg had already told ARP about, the fact that he did it live in the moment definitely caught Rosenberg a little bit and knocked him off his square. I ain't gonna lie. He caught you with one to the jaw. But it's on Rosenberg in the third. He said, I was critical of your jazz performance. I wasn't trying to sound messy. I'm just wondering why we keep calling you Clips and you ain't never got no rounds ready. That's fire. But then you slip up, and you don't ever see Rosenberg slip in his raps. But you see Charlie Clips kind of nodding his head. I think Charlie Clips is really believing that third round has impacted not only Rosenberg's raw performance, but also his mental at that moment. He said, how you gonna 30 raw? My youngin' ain't called home in a month. He caught a 30 ball. Legend with the pot. I get it spinning like it's dirty draws. Crazy. I had a homie who had Denver nugget skills. Streets called him. Now he home stuck. He can't even afford a chicken nugget meal. And then he said, on my block, that funny shit, you just asking for action. A nigga slip, reach, get nervous. That's how accidents happen. That's fire. On my block, funny shit, you just asking for action. I just slip, reach, and get nervous. That's how accidents happen. Drum roll this Clip like a small frisbee. Clip hold half a football field. He catching all 50. That's fire. He say shit like step over the body like AI and Lou. Fro stepping over the body, stepping on the body like Draymond will do. That was hey, yo. But then he definitely cuts his third round short. He definitely cut his third round short. I will say this: there was a handshake at the end of this, so I'm definitely glad there was some mutual respect shown both ways at the end of the day. I know Clip saying he didn't want to shake his hand. Rosenberg saying "F you up." I ain't looking for no new friends and all that other stuff. This battle is really close. This battle is really close. But I'll say this: the third round from Clips, I see people already saying that they comparing that to the third round from Lux. You could also compare it to the first round from Big K against Adi Boom, where K's first round was so powerful, it it created a moment within the battle that no matter who you had winning, first watch you had Clips winning because you couldn't get over the fact of that third round. So first watch, I definitely gave it to Clips first and third. Second watch, I had Edge Clips first and third, a lot closer than what I thought it was. Third watch, because I have watched this my third time, and now I'm talking to y'all. I kind of like Rosenberg. Like it's really one of them battles where it's kind of like preference in the first. Like I said, I feel like Rosenberg. I love the name flips by Charlie Clips in the first round. The baseball scheme, the Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? I like those flips, but then I feel like Rosenberg had a little bit more consistency, even though he has some generic not generic bars, but bars that could be applied to anybody. He had bars that could have been applied to anybody, but they was fired once he got cooking, and he finished his round a lot cleaner than what I thought Clips finished his. So it's a fire battle, man. It's definitely a fire battle, man. Salute to both of them. It will be interesting to see Froze outside of RBE to see how he keeps his composure. What's up? What's up? The battle has a lot of rewatch. I'm not gonna call it a classic yet. I think we use that word too often, but I would say this is a battle that you can easily watch 3, 4, 5 times and be very entertained each time you watch it. Rosenberg Raw, you know what I'm saying? I got his name in the conversations in Champion of the Year. Currently right now, my top 5. I think let me, because I can't even think of it off the top of my head. I think I had Big K at 1, Twerk at 2. What did I have? Chef Trez at 3, Rosenberg at 4, and then Swamp at 5, respectfully. The great thing about that is, shout out to Easy the Block Captain Rosenberg Raw, and Swamp will be going down in Philly. Make sure you get your tickets if you can. It's going down in Philly for 3 rounds. Rosenberg Raw versus Swamp. That definitely has Champion of the Year implications written all over it. It's definitely a battle that catapults to the top of my list on battles I want to see. You have Swamp that has arguably not lost a round in 2023. You have Rosenberg, who, you know what I'm saying, I haven't beaten Chubby Jack. Has a very, very, very debatable battle with Charlie Clips. You know what I'm saying? A coin flip pick for me. So yeah, this battle's gonna be fire. That battle's gonna be crazy. So salute the Easy to Block Captain. Again, I got the Big K Murder Mook bar recap. I dropped that. Make sure it do its numbers. It gotta do at least a 1,000. Can we get it up to 1,000 views? I don't think there's a hard ask, man. Let's make sure we subscribe and make sure we sharing, liking the content. You know what I'm saying? I dropped the Easy. Easy was on Too Real for Battle Rap, addressing some concerns that the battle rap community had with his trenches card. So I dropped that yesterday. And like I said, y'all already know Rosenberg Raw versus Clips. It was a movie. Shout out to ARP, RBE, Lawrence, Wing, the whole staff as always. Shout out to y'all for pulling up. Y'all know who this is, and y'all know exactly what I do. This is Temperature Check. I am your host as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And you know the motto. I ain't just getting started. I've been here. Salute to y'all.